Welcome back. This is SMSU CS2 team, and they are starting. SMSU is on this terrace side, and it looks like they're just going to be going towards this B site, hitting it quite fast, trying to see if they can pick up anything along the way. However, not much contact made, and they are getting on site. Yang already planting the bomb. Krish gets the pick, setting them up well, SMSU, for this post plant. Sounds like another scuffle is going down. Two picked up. SMSU picking up the round. A lot of trades coming through. A lot of good work of them playing together. And now that I have a little bit of a second, so I'm solo casting today. My name is Woken. I'm on Valorant Gold. Yeah, and SMSU, CS2. This is Nuke. They did buy up this round, sending some util out towards this outside area. Flash coming through. And TF2 is able to pick one up off of that. Once again, a rush towards this B site, however, it comes through stairs. A lot of footsteps being made. And Chaplin University might take use of this fence, however, already mollied off. TF2 looking at first contact here. Trade coming out. Bepster picking up one. Bepster with a second. Getting taken out by Ashton. But Krish will follow up. Overall, 3 guns for SMSU. Still saved through this round. Galil's too. Honestly, really good weapons to come out of this round. And this will be the buy round from Chaplin. SMSU hopefully taking a little bit of a closer fights this round with some semi-automatics coming out here. A site kind of looking like that's the target. Just playing slow and steady, waiting for any over-aggression from Chaplin. Krish spotting one outside. Aware that they are in that doorway. Trash picking up Yang. Nothing followed up except Bepster does getting one. SMSU and a 4v1. Frozy boy. Left to do the impossible. One behind him. And does get dropped. SMSU with not too bad of a round, considering that they were bringing guns in from the prior round, just bonusing. And this should be their buy up here. But it looks like they're opting to save, maybe investing too much in that prior round. Some lineups going out towards this mid, towards this outside area. And Bepster gonna take some contact here. Does get put down. Frozy boy up top, unable to help. As Armored picks up his second and third for the round. However, does get traded out by Krish. Yang picking up one. Getting a rifle into his hands. Yang is a player where this is very deadly for Chaplin. If he's able to work the map, take space, claim one more, it's now in a viable position, a 2v2 possibility. If Yang plays his cards right. Yang need to... he spots him. 2v2 does get picked up. Krish 1v2 trying to figure out that weapon, but does get sprayed out. Not a bad round for SMSU, considering it was a save, and now they will be investing AKs into this round. This is really where we want to see SMSU succeed 2-2 scoreline. And a timeout has been called from SMSU. Sorry, from Chaplin, actually. Probably discussing what they want to do. Op in hand. And rifles coming out. They will be investing in this round as well. SMSU finding more success hitting towards the B site. So I would not be shocked if they throw their grenades, their smokes, maybe covering outside, and going towards that path. However, they do have to be careful with wherever they peek because of this operator. That could put them out of the round very quickly. And the round starting here very shortly. However, SMSU opting for inside the building. Still looking like it's possibly quicker towards this B site. Plus, one picked up from Chaplin. Two picked up from Chaplin. This op being a threat. Dangerous position for SMSU. Being stalled out here for so long. One is spotted on site. They know he's behind pillar. And he will be quickly put down from Frozy Boy. As Armored Harp picks up Yang at the door. With its second and third for the round. Armored Harp coming in clutch in these scenarios. Second 3K of the map. And we're going to see SMSU go into a save round here. I think SMSU with maybe one Deagle on the board and a Tech 9, so. And a terrorist timeout coming out here for SMSU. Discussing what they can probably do on this round with the limited cash that they have. Honestly, those close corners are going to be their friends. Deagle might have a chance at a longer range fight, knowing that it one taps at any distance if they hit them in the head. However, regardless, this is a very, this is an important round, but really the round that is the most important is the round that will follow this. SMSU not really expecting to win this one, hoping that they do, but if they don't, they're going into it with nothing. So if they come out with a loss, it's no big deal. Some more Tech 9s on the board. Looking for a rush here. Could be through the A site. Oh, but they will be going towards this ramp area. I'm not sure how that will work out, knowing that they were stalled so early last round. And one already picked up. 3 down from SMSU. TF2 with 1 though. Fully aware that there is threat here. And the flank is a real possibility. SMSU only picking up 1 on their round, but not really any different from what they expected. That ramp play being stalled out very early, consecutively. SMSU probably needs to put pressure other places on the map in order to either alleviate some of that pressure on ramps and rotate them off. Interested to see what they will do here. It looks like they are setting up for outside. However, some of the downfalls of these set plays are they're very predictable, right? You keep doing them and they begin to expect them. They see all these smokes, they know exactly what's going to happen. It's Webster picking up 1. Smalley's down. And they are Armored Harp with 3. And Yang's working the smoke, trying to figure out what he can do to make this work, knowing he needs more. Unable to pick it up. And it's just Frozy here. They might not know he's here though, because Armored Harp was unable to spot him, so he might have something to work with. Going through this fence area, which will bring him up towards A's site. Frozy Boy trying his best not to make any noise. Stressful situation, so many angles to look at. However, hopefully what they picked up on that round was that one player is always sitting on top of that area. As we saw, Yang already saw him in the prior round, staring down from the doorway. And now, the second round, he's been spotted out there. They're starting to learn the positions that they're playing. This is another save round. Well, that SMSU's actually invested quite heavily into. So, they are hoping to win this one out. Not a lot of utility to work with, though, which might be their downfall, and some noise from the A site. Frozy Boy with one, though. Krish still working that outside. Along with Frozy Boy, who is 1 HP. And Krish is picked up. Footsteps heard. SMSU playing probably the slowest we've seen on this map. It served them pretty well at the start, but now they're kind of at a stall still. Yang working up this outside area, possibly looking like they might want to split A through this back area. Chaplin doing a pretty good job of not over pushing and just reacting to what SMSU is doing. Webster killed but traded, and Yang with a second on the round. Flawless shots here. Yang will plant. It should come through. And it does. Frozy Boy with one. Yang's picked up. It's a 1v1 situation. Rough situation to be in. Unable to really reposition. However, that's the closest that SMSU has gotten to picking up around since the pistols. Maybe finding a little bit of a crack in their defense. Figuring out that splitting A might be viable. And they are still buying into this round. Little more util coming out, so that's nice to see. Yang throwing some util for outside. Looks like they're defaulting. Fresh, already 55 HP. Dancing with death here. And he might just not like what he runs into. Trapped there. SMSU just working slowly and methodically. They are starting to lean towards this B area. Armored Harp picking up Frozy Boy outside. Outside control, not easy to get. And Krish is gonna run through. Be picked up by Ashton. Yang picked up Webster with that trade though. Unable to get trash though. And TF2 picked up before he's able to even think about looking up. Overall, a lot of damage from Armored Harp. Kind of leading the squad. Money looking so strong on the side of Chaplin. And SMSU forced down to barely anything left. SMSU just Trying to find a crack and not really succeeding. Adjustments from Chaplin. Trash already with one on the ring of the round. Webster picked up. Frozy does get one, but is... there will be a trade other side on the map. Action with one. I believe is second for the round. Yeah, SMSU falls there. Not a lot of guns to work with. They were able to pick up 2 with what they had. This should be a buy up from SMSU. Unsure if they will really, another timeout coming out. SMSU with a save last round, but still unable to buy. Kind of looking like they will indulge and force up here. However, this is not the place you want to be in with it being your what's supposed to be your buy round, and guns coming out as Galils and utility slighted, demon a deagle coming out from Krish. Not really what you expect on a round that you're supposed to buy. Regardless, SMSU just trying to cling on. The round will start shortly here. I will say one thing that SMSU was good at is taking those timeouts and utilizing them to their fullest extent. SMSU Gold, you know, we struggle sometimes with taking the timeouts that we need, but CS2 is really really good at taking advantage of that. Outside utility coming out here, fast. Yang working up. Armored Harp with 1, but does get traded. Krish jumping over the bullets, but it works. He gets down to stairs. And Yang's still trying to. There's. Whew. Bullets flying all around. And Frozy boy. Little Sneebo with 2, but does get picked up by Krish. And working on that. Oh, Krish with the nasty shot onto Ashton. A 2v2. Yang working through this back line. Picks up 1. 1v1. And Trash is down 2. So little health, and so is Yang. Yang with the clutch on that round. And does get bombed down for extra money. SMSU clutching up that round. They're able to get this to an 8-4 half. It looks like they can contend for the map. Really good round from SMSU. They're able to get a little bit of a heavier buy than they had last round. Outside util once again from Yang. Frizzy boy looking to find himself a Zeus kill, so that'll be interesting. Webster a little wide with the spray. And Yang working up through that A site. He might be able to find himself here if he has the timing. SMSU with a lot of control on the map. I mean, they're down 1 player. Oh, but Yang evens the odds. Gets Armored Harp out of the round. Yang aware. Ashton. Sound cues. Give it away. Yang does fall. Plant comes through from SMSU as people start to take position in this post plant. Webster with 2, but Trash evens it up. 1v2. Krish left alone, and not much that he's able to do in that position. It will be a 9-3 half. And we'll be able to see what SMSU has in store for this pistol round. Whether or not they have an easier time on defense, that'll really be the test. They have to pick up these piston round and the bonus to kind of make the scoreline a little bit more favorable. Krish quick to ramp area. Rosie, Krish, each picking up one. Trade does come out though. 4v3. Krish with another, but does get traded this time. 3v2 in favor of SMSU. TF2 quickly rotating towards this B site. Webster spots one, picks him up, and yeah, ends up finishing off that kill. A little bit of some whiffs, but they work it out. SMSU picking up this round, which is what they needed. Now they just need to follow it up with a, hopefully, flawless bonus. Some deagles coming out from Champlin. Will be interesting to see. They might go towards outside or taking those longer fights, essentially, to increase the odds. And Champlin will go towards this outside area, hoping their deagle does a little bit more work out here. And trash reel gets picked up. Picks up Webster, but Krish picks up one. A lot of util from SMSU. Champlin either gonna have to wait out the smokes or just bum rush through them. Honestly, just an eerie scene as there's just a halt. SMSU starting to slowly shift their positions towards this A site. However, Krish able to get information that it's not there, and he lives. Oh, and TF2 picking up 3 there. However, Armored Harp quick with it, picking up 2. 2v1 SMSU. Favored. Armored Harp, deagle in hand, hoping for any misplays, any mispeaks. And plant should be coming through on this A site. And it does. Armored Harp, 33 HP. Repositioning. Quickly picked up by Yang. Not flawless, but it is what they needed. They just needed the round. Scoreline is now going to be 5-9. It's a lot more doable. Honestly, if they're able to just take away a majority of the guns in this next round, SMSU, they're looking in a really good position, economy-wise. If they can just break up Champlin's economy, they're able to have maybe a couple more rounds for free. Still 4 rounds differentiating both teams, but SMSU playing pretty aggressive on this ramp area, and it does not work out for Krish. Rosie Boy kind of on an island. He gets one, and 11 HP on Snevo, but Yang trying to take some contact here, maybe. Even the scoreline. Ashton with one. And a 1v4. Webster. Quick reaction. However, unable to convert anymore. SMSU taking away 2 guns, dealing quite a bit of damage to Champlin too. So not the worst outcome for that round. Counter-terrorist timeout from SMSU here. Probably discussing what they're going to do. Their buy is looking really weak. Probably in a position where they might have to save. And when Champlin's double digits, that's not where you want to be. You don't want to be saving into the scoreline. SMSU can barely make any more mistakes before the game's over. Yeah, and it does look like SMSU will be opting to save here. All right. Still on the timeout. 4 out of 5 from SMSU. Surprised that even a little bit of utility is coming out from SMSU. However, they're opting for those grenades, and that can clear the smoke really quick and possibly grant them some free kills, so not the worst idea. Wondering if they're going to change setups, realizing that something's not going to work, or something hasn't been working. And they are, it looks like, heavy outside presence. Armored Harp already picking up Webster and TF2. Armored Harp on the flank, and Frozy gets picked up. A reload coming through, and that's the end for Yang on that round. Alright. SMSU able to buy a little bit on this round. Still not really where they want to be, money-wise, economy-wise. Looks like they're going to go back to how they were playing before. Armored Harp with 1. With a second. Frozy boy hit heavily with a grenade. TF2, a little bit of a whiff there, and that costs him his life. SMSU just kind of fumbling and not playing together as a team here. And that might cost them this round. And it does. Champlin claiming the 12th round. 1 more round to go. This is match point. Armored Harp. I just want to point out the damage there. A lot of damage from Armored Harp. A lot of confidence. 2,400 in this game. And they are setting for some outside smokes. And SMSU really not doing much to change up their setup. But Krish is on this A site, so that is a change. Playing pretty weak towards B and outside, but Krish able to work up through this area. Krish might be able to get one. And he does! He notices up top. Quick reactions coming through. He's just gonna fall. A 2v3. However, this is possible. TF2 with one. Picking up. Nap 4. But does fall to a molly. And Frozy Boy. Hoping to do something, but does get hit pretty heavily by a grenade. Sees the shoulder. Waiting for the peak. But does get picked up, and that will be the first game from SMSU. Next map will be Ancient, and we will be back shortly. We are back with map 2. We are in Ancient, and it looks like SMSU is going to be on counter-terrorist side. They will be the people who, when the bomb's planted, they defuse. Ancient is a map that SMSU is a little more comfortable on, so hopefully a little bit of a closer game here. Yang towards this mid area, picks up one, falls off, picks up a second, but two trades come out from the side of Champlin. A 3v3. Frozy Boy in this corner and in a bad spot and does get picked up. What was advantageous for SMSU is now looking just not all that great. And Ashton, I don't know if that was a run and gun, but kind of looked like it. Bebster in a 1v3 here. Playing post plant pretty well. No one peeking. No one over aggressing. Bomb ticking. And no shots connecting. That'll be Champlin picking up the first round of the game. SMSU needs to make sure not to overinvest in this round. They should have a strong buy going into the next round. Alright. And a fast hit towards this B site from Champlin. However, just looks like they're diverging on mid. As Krish leads the way into circle. All by himself, a 1v4. Unfortunate blind. And does fall. I'm glad to see them trying strategies that might end up working. That was something that I haven't really seen SMSU do on their saves. However, seeing that come out of them was not really expected, but it is nice to see them figuring out ways that they can possibly steal rounds away from Champlin. Mid going to be full of heavy util from both sides. And Yang. And kind of a dangerous spot, but yet rewarding. And this crossfire will be played. And overall, SMSU comes out on top with that side. And SMSU, a 4v2 right now. Bebster just making sure no one is seen. A 4v1 in favor of SMSU. If they're able to save all of their guns here, the remaining 4, SMSU going into this next round with quite the arsenal. However, as I say that, TF2 picked up on the other side. It's some util mode, some util used. Yang aware of. Yang picked up. And Bebster, even himself, pretty low. A lot of aggressive peaks from SMSU, and it results in them going to this probably with a really horrible buy. That's not what you want to see. SMSU not working well together in that round. They do win it, which is what they want. And it looks like, fortunately, Champlin can't buy as much as I thought they would be able to. So they're kind of on even grounds in terms of weapons and utility. But now Krish down for the round. And Yang gonna be put into a spot where he might be heavily contested here. TF2 working up this mid area. And he does pick up one. And it's all on him. 1v4. He's just gonna go save. Honestly, not a bad play for the round. There's not much he can do in this situation, given that he's on the other side of the map and they're planted, time is ticking. There's not much that he can do. SMSU just needing to play together a little bit more. We even saw just in that round that TF2 kind of just waited for, believe it was Bebster there to die before even peeking with him. What seemed like such a small thing ended up costing his teammate his life. SMSU just kind of soloing, not playing as a team. And a pause will come out. This is for the side of Champlin. Thereby very heavy. And as I look at SMSU's, not so much. So we might just see a coordinated hit out of Champlin. At least that's what you hope they do, knowing that the buy is pretty weak from SMSU and they can't really do much to stop a full-on hit. TF2, the only rifle on the round. It will be their hero rifle. It'll be interesting to see if it ends up going mid or not, knowing that that's been well contested. Alright. This rifle is heading towards the B site. Trash picking up Krish through a smoke. SMSU stacked towards this B site, but it doesn't matter. TF2 taken out. Bebster. 1, 2, 3. Falls. Armored Harp with 2 more on the round. And Frozy Boy in a 1v2. Bebster with 3 right there. That was just instinctual. Alright, time is ticking. No kit in sight. It's either now or never. And it's looking like there won't be anything that can be done. And a save, possibly from Frozy Boy if he gets out fast enough. Not a horrible round. Mind you, that was a save. And they were able to make all players from the side of Champlin die. So actually the economy on both sides, this could be make or break this round. Champlin looking like they're one bad round away from not having enough money to buy. Mid contested per usual. A trade comes out. However, Armored Harp setting Champlin up with a man advantage. This mid fight possibly being too aggressive from SMSU. Maybe being too repetitive, too predictable. A lot of space left open. Champlin's able to go up mid, totally uncontested. TF2 falls, and it's gonna be Frozy Boy, a 1v4. I feel like there's been a lot of these 1v4 situations. Doesn't really yield much. And all you can hope is that something magical happens. Unfortunately, this is not the round for that. Frozy Boy falls. And the economy of Champlin's actually just gonna get a little bit stronger with that round. So we see some of them get into the 4,000s. SMSU hopefully gonna opt to save. A little bit of an interesting round here. Krish playing in a position I have yet to see. All SMSU players kind of opting for these close ranges. Yang falling. Krish tagging up. One player to 11 HP. Webster falling. Frozy Boy picking up one though. A 2v1 in favor of SMSU. Finally, SMSU having a man advantage in the round. Slow and steady. Frozy Boy saw him. They are aware of where he is. And they pick up the round. Their second round in this game makes things seem a little less scary, and a timeout comes out on the terrorist half. On the terrorist side, I should say. It's actually interesting to see that Frozy Boy has $8,000 in his back pocket compared to some members of his team that are left with 100. Econ varying widely on the side of SMSU. And it looks like Champlin's kind of debating what all to get for their bye. Looks like their economy may be broke after this round if they do not win. It might even be broke if they win, depending on how many players they lose. Alright. As this round starts up, probably typical SMSU playstyle. Two going towards this mid area. One on B. Sorry, two on B and one on A. Mid control is set up for SMSU. So they might go through the smoke, but that's not a smart decision. He's blocked. He's feeling... Oh. There is no way. He is behind them, but he doesn't know. Oh my. Krish, no. Krish finally figured out there were people there all along. Oh my. Oh. Okay, Krish falling on the round. What seemed like the perfect thing ends up being negative. Webster with 2 though. Turning back a little bit. 2v3. Not favoring SMSU, but it is doable. It is playable. I mean, I don't know what to say. That was... I did not know those smokes were so thick. Rosie Boy tagging Trash up to 11 HP. If this was Valorant, the walls would be paper thin. However, they're not. TF2 opting to go around, trying to crack away at their defense. This post plant. Rosie Boy. Krish 2.0 here. Will be picked up as Trash. Yo, this is unbelievable. I did not know the smokes were like that. Oh my goodness. That was unbelievable. I'm in awe. There's a weird comedic effect to that round, but also like you want SMSU to win. Bias caster, by the way, but also like moments like that, they give a little comedic relief. Hopefully a little comedic relief. At least on my side it does. So that's nice to see. Christian Yang completely smoked off from this mid area. And Yang's gonna go towards this B site. Reinforcing. Oh goodness. And TF2 cracked down to 34 HP. However, Lil Sneelo not looking too much better himself. 16 HP on his side. Frozy Boy extending a little too much. And it looks like Krish might be the next victim of that if he's not careful. This B site looking a little bit more contested, but if they're not careful, Webster needs to check towards this A site. This might... Yang is there. He knows. Armored Harp with another kill. Just making it a little easier for Champlin. Webster with 2! But a 1v3 now on the side of SMSU as 2 trades come out from different areas across the map. Yang with 1. Unable to convert the second though. Two to 7.5. This is kind of where you start to wonder, what can we do to get a couple more on the board to make it easier for us on the attacking side if you're SMSU. And honestly, Champlin has such a strong default right now, but you have to wonder if you're able to split some areas, right? Right now they're putting all their eggs in their baskets mid, and they're putting all their eggs there, and it's not working out. You know, they just had 3 fall because of this mid area, right? And they had a 4th fall because of this mid area. There's just really no controlling it in the way they want to. And now we see Webster on a 1v4, a 1v3. I mean, still, it seems like these 1v4s are never the situation. It's never the winning situation. What a 1v2, and I almost saw the vision, but Ashton puts it out. I mean, if I'm SMSU, you gotta split. You gotta split, maybe mid. They were able to get behind quite. Krish had his moment in the smoke, but they were able to get behind pretty easily. They need to notice only one player is kind of going towards this A site from Champlin. If they take control of A main, they're only contesting one player. Yang sprang through a little bit of the smoke. So close, 13 HP. Does get spotted out. I mean, that's just mid though. Just over-aggressing. I don't know if the spot will work a second time from Krish, but we will see if he's able to do it again. I feel like Trash is having flashbacks right now, the amount of times he's checking this. Oh, it doesn't matter though, Krish peeks and he gets him. And Frozy Boy, he just saw him. But for some reason, he's not making any movements and it almost looks as if he never saw him. And Krish is not gonna know this. Frozy Boy, maybe not actually being able to spot him. Doesn't matter, TF2 picking him up. And SMSU in a 3v1. It would take a miracle to lose this. And it does look like there's a pause coming out on this next round. 2v1. Still in favor of SMSU. Bomb not picked up quite yet. Alright. Yeah. Nerve-wracking right there. One falls off, another swings. Timeout from the terrorist side here. But still looking like they can get some weapons here. But not all players looking as fortunate on the side of Champlin. Alright, and this round will begin up here shortly. Champlin still kind of sticking with their default here. An op coming out here from Krish. And he does find value. Super important pick right there. Silence across the map. Both sides waiting for an over-aggress. TF2 with some wall bangs and he gets him. Playing that really smart, really well. Not many players think of where they can wallbang. TF2 doing it quite flawlessly. Still silence from Champlin across the map. And contested and put down. TF2 in the same position. B site is wiped. A 3v3. A 3v2. 2v2. This is playable. Smoke kind of working in the favor of SMSU here. Giving them something to work around with. Frozy Boy unaware of that player. Directly. A 3-9 half. SMSU, certainly looked like an unlosable round, right? Just some positions that are out of bounds. I mean, TF2 maybe having to reposition there. When you kill a player in that spot, the first thing they're going to look for is that spot. You need to reposition yourself and put yourself in a winning scenario instead of giving yourself a disadvantage because the enemy knows where you're at. And Yang, unfortunately, just being put down right away there, converts a 2-man advantage to an even setting. Trade coming out on this A site is a fast hit. Armored Harp making this a Krish, making it even. Yang putting down another 3v2. SMSU has advantage here. And the bomb plant is down. Time is ticking. They should play off Bepster's contact here. However, they don't, and it shows. The one thing I always try to prioritize is where is a player and how can I peek off them, right? In that situation, you have Bepster kind of out in the open, but at a deeper location than the other SMSU player. I was unsure of who it was. But when you have that, you want to swing off Bepster because you know they're going to be out so wide for you when you swing. Bepster can't take contact off of that other SMSU player from where he's standing. Can't even fight with you. SMSU looking like they're buying up. They're buying up and they're going towards this mid area. Armored Harp already with one. Trash with another. SMSU down 2. SMSU down 2, and it might be a... And it's a 3rd. And a 4th, and Bepster picks up one though. It does fall. 11-3 in favor of Champlin. Alright. SMSU did force up that round. And I wouldn't be surprised if they force again. Terrace timeout, SMSU. This is really a make or break round. You don't want to have Champlin get to match point, because if that happens, you can't make a single mistake, right? You don't leave any room for error. So SMSU preferably hoping to win this round so they're not put in that position. However, you always have to question whether or not it's better to save and hope that you can win out the rest. Because if you force up here, you can't buy next round. You can't. Do you buy up and risk it? Do you save for next? Either situation's not the best. SMSU looking like they're going to try to save for next. Try to give themselves at least a little bit of footing when it's possibly on match point. Alright. Interested to see what SMSU has worked up in this timeout. And it looks like they're gearing towards this B site. The sun quickly changing towards mid. One down. TF2. Getting picked up. Ashton claiming 2. And the last 3 SMSU players running for this A site. Hoping to just get bombed down. Extra money. Bepster with an amazing shot. It's a 3v3. Frozy boy. This is a hard predicament for SMSU. Not playing together though. Right? And that costs Bepster his life. And Frozy boy, not long after, will be picked up. I mean, just those situations. It's hard because you want to, you have different ideas of how to play it. I mean, but not setting yourself up in any, you're not setting yourself up for success if you're not playing together. And we saw 2 players kind of playing for themselves there. Jersey boy falling off and leaving Bepster to kind of just take the brunt of it. Mid per usual. Heavily contested. SMSU not winning it out as Bepster ends up falling. Trash falls. 3v2 in favor of... Now a 2v2. Krish bringing that back from the dead. But does get picked up. Bomb is down. And a flank from Lil Snevo. Really hope I'm saying his name right. TF2 heard something from the flank. And a molly kill. And he picks it up. A great round from TF2. That molly doing so much work. Alright. Champlin in a little bit of a weaker economy here. Not as much util coming out from them. SMSU still contesting this space heavily. A trade coming out. TF2 getting traded as well. This isn't very favorable for SMSU though, because players are upgrading their weapons. A 2v2. Bomb is down. This is not a position SMSU wants to be in. Bomb not even in their hands. Krish all the way worked through that A site and still can't take advantage of it. And Champlin claiming that round, which grants him the victory over SMSU. And I believe we will be back on Friday with Overwatch. Do we know what time that is? It will be at 7 p.m. Friday night. So tune into that to watch Overwatch play their game. That is all from CS2. We'll catch you later.